Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another video. So if you're new or returning, even if you have been here for quite some time, I want to ask you guys to double check to ensure that you're subscribed, because oftentimes when YouTube does updates to the algorithm, it may automatically unsubscribe you. And I've seen people reaching out to me via Insta asking me, why did I unsubscribe them? It's not me, okay? So if you notice that your comment is getting removed or you have been unsubscribed, it's not me, because remember, as creators, sometimes when you hear us talk, we have to be making up words because some words are sensitized to keep the platform safe and advertiser friendly, okay? So just a friendly reminder there. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj, Queen Mother. She is roasting Jay-Z and Megantheestallion. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because Megantheestallion and Roc Nation, they were hit with a lawsuit from Megantheestallion's former photographer. So this photographer basically said while they were abroad and they were traveling, Megantheestallion was having sexy time with another female in the car, forced him to watch and all of that. He said that after bringing up numerous concerns, Megantheestallion, when she switched over to Roc Nation basically abruptly ended his contract and did not compensate him for like unpaid overtime wage, aiding and abetting allegations, additional hostile work environment claims under California law, and retaliation, wage violation, and a list of things. So Roc Nation and Megantheestallion was saying to the judge that these claims were false and they should throw out the case. But the judge is saying, no, his claims are valid, and as such, they're gonna move forward. However, what was dropped from the case are, well, some of the claims, they were dropped from the case, but what will move forward is retaliation claims. The court found a reasonable inference that Garcia's employment conditions were altered after he spoke about the incident. Also, the court is allowing the hostile work environment based on sexual orientation to move forward. And I think there was two other things that will move forward in the lawsuit. So it came out today that, the judge has denied Megantheestallion and Roc Nation motion to dismiss the lawsuit, where her homosexual cameraman claims, she forced him to watch her have freak off in a car with another woman while the car was moving while they were on tour in Ibiza, Spain in 2022. So Judge Wood says the cameraman, who is gay, plausibly pleads that the alleged sexual encounter in the SUV in Ibiza created a hostile work environment based on the plaintiff's sexual orientation, and as such, they cannot throw out the case based on Megantheestallion and Roc Nation's request. So, honey, messy ass Nicki Minaj got wind of this, because you guys know that Nicki Minaj, she has been exposing a lot of things about Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and how whenever she speaks out about them, how Jay-Z would try different means and methods to get her blacklisted, sabotage her Instagram account and all of that. And she's also saying that Jay-Z owes her millions upon millions of dollars. So, you know that the beef between them is real and it's personal, because even on Lil Wayne's most recent album, Nicki Minaj did a collab with Lil Wayne. And you know that Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, they have a real good friendship, because Nicki Minaj basically said there would be no her without Lil Wayne. And Birdman told the world that between Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake, those three artists were able to bring in over $1 billion for one record label. So you know that, Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, they have a chemistry. We could see that chemistry, and it is constant. The friendship is constant between the two. So when Jayz snubbed Lil Wayne for the Super Bowl and lied about it, you know that the NFL committee said, yes, Jayz did definitely had a role in making the final decision, because Kendrick Lamar was given the opportunity to headline the Super Bowl. Many people said that Lil Wayne should have been a part of the team, because they could have added Lil Wayne, knowing that it was in his hometown, and knowing that Lil Wayne has been paving the way for other artists like Kendrick Lamar. So many people were not happy about it. So in the recent album that Lil Wayne dropped, Nicki Minaj hopped on a collab, honey, and she was like, NFL, when you drop them dudes, call us. And we know that that was a jab at Jay-Z, because Nicki Minaj, has been exposing Jay-Z for years, and many people thought that a lot of the things she was saying was just made up. She was just being mischievous. But as the years passes, everything is being peeled back like, onion, and people can now see that a lot of things that Nicki has spoken about, there's some merit to it. So, fast forward to at present, when it was revealed that the judge said, no, what you did was a violation to this gentleman, and the case is going to move forward. Some of the claims will be dropped from the lawsuit, of course, but some of it is plausible to move forward. Nicki got wind of this because DJ Academics made a post on, I think this was on his Twitter page. So Nicki went and she commented, what was the name of that law again? Karma's law? Touch not my anointed law. Vengeance is the Lord's law. We give God the glory, and He's the only, and He only just begun. Have a blessed day if you can. LOL, the blogs posting lies. Thank you. More money for me. We're working a trust. So that was a jab at Megantheestallion, because if you guys remember, it was, I think, last year when Megantheestallion took a jab at Nicki Minaj's husband, say, don't blame me, blame Megan's Law. So Megan's Law is wherein anyone who has been registered as a sex offender, they cannot go to the kids' park. So Kenneth Petty cannot take his son to the kids' park because they're not allowed around kids. Now, many people can say Kenneth Petty's case is arguable, and I definitely agree it is. But at the same time, this is Nicki Minaj clapping back at Megantheestallion for using that Megan's Law punchline. Nicki Minaj also made a few clapbacks then, but you know that Nicki is the queen of who? Petty. She just isn't married by the name Mrs. Petty, she's naturally petty. Ooh, never see another last name more fitting for her. So being the petty queen as she is, she took a jab laughing at them, honey. So this is why everyone is now saying Nicki is roasting Jay-Z and Megantheestallion, because she's saying the blog's posting lies, because some people have been saying the case has been dismissed. It hasn't been dismissed, but there are portions of the claims from the lawsuit that has been dismissed. However, Judge Woods is saying because of the cameraman's sexual orientation, and even if that wasn't his sexual orientation, that's just a hostile work environment and things like those you don't do to your staff. And as such, the case will go forward. So Nicki Minaj is saying, yes, this is your karma, Bia. You know, you're getting what you're deserving of. So as such, you know, many people caught wind of Nicki taking jab because Nicki Minaj has been going off on Jay-Z and Roc Nation because it hasn't been a good year for them in the courtroom. Normally, Jay-Z and Roc Nation, they do really well with lawsuits. So too, Megantheestallion. But honey, you know how they say the wheel turns up and the wheel turns what? Motherfucking down. So the wheel has turned down for Roc Nation and Megantheestallion. And I don't know, but they haven't been so successful when it comes to legalities since of lately. And Nicki Minaj is just basking in the moment, roasting the two. And you know what? I think it's all fair game at this point in time, because if someone has been clapping back at you and coming at you unwarrantedly for speaking your truth, because Nicki has been speaking her truth, and if people are going to be in their feelings because she has been talking about the dirty games that Jay-Z has been playing, which everyone can see now, you know, she is definitely well within her rights, because I believe now more than ever, people are getting to see Jay-Z for who he is. And Nicki is saying, you know, irrespective of everything, because she has another post that I saw. She was like, come on, sir. What? You owe me about $200 million at this point? The bill keeps going up. Pay me. But you're still in my top 5 though, which means that even though Nicki is doing this, Nicki's saying, sir, you're still my top 5 artist. And that is not something that you can dismiss, because when it comes to Jay-Z and his craft, he definitely knows his craft. Jay-Z has some of the best bangers of all time. And there's one thing I believe in, and that's talent. Because guess what? That's something, even when held at gunpoint, no one can take that away from you. Only the person that gave it to you, God, can take your talent away. So, you know what? Even though the girl is petty, the girl knows how to give justice where it is due. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take about Mrs. Petty being the queen of petty, taking a roast at Jay-Z and Megantheestallion not having their way nor their day in court. While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video and support your girl. Peace.